New details now in a Target 12 investigators exclusive, the cost of doing nothing.
Rhode Island has the worst bridges in the country, but the state's looking to change that by ramping up a maintenance program they say has been gutted over the years.
At 5, we showed you how decades of inaction on the controversial Park Avenue bridge is costing you, the taxpayer, nearly $600,000. Money that was spent to repair a bridge that's now slated for demolition.
And new at 6, Target 12 investigator Tim White joined the state's top transportation official on location at one of these maintenance jobs and is here now with the details.
You've likely heard a lot of bickering about how to pay for Governor Gina Raimondo's bridge and road repair program, but what both sides do agree on is something needs to be done before inaction turns to tragedy. It's midnight on Route 95 on the Cranston-Providence line. Construction trucks are poised, ready to work performing maintenance on this overpass while most of Rhode Island sleeps. And here's why. Thousands of motorists drive over this bridge that carries Route 10 over 95. As you can see, some of it is falling apart.
For every dollar that we put into preservation, we're saving $5 or $6 in reconstruction. In as short a period of time as 10 years.
We met Department of Transportation Director Peter Alviti on site, where contract workers are preparing to try and reverse the effects of time on the bridge. The cost, $868,000.
As opposed to 9 years from now, paying almost $4.5 million to reconstruct it if we don't do something about it now.
This is Alviti's point in a chart. DOT officials say the steep incline represents the cost of doing nothing. Alviti says inaction over the decades is costing taxpayers big now.
So are you saying prior to this and this show and tell you're giving us here, the state didn't do maintenance on bridges? That doesn't seem likely.
No, I think what happened was, for example, in the last 4 decades, our maintenance crews, many of which do bridge maintenance for the state, went from 600 people down to 200 people.
Alviti's under no illusion that maintenance staffing will get back to where they were, but he says he hopes to add 100 more jobs. The DOT is already in the process of hiring 40 maintenance workers this year. Crews would paint, patch expansion joints, and wash salt off bridges to extend their life. Major repairs or replacements would still be contracted out.
We can extend the life of a bridge like this for up to 80 to 100 years instead of, if we let it get to the point, if we let it continue to erode, having to replace it every 40 or 50 years.
Alviti says the state is spending $130 million on construction and maintenance this year. The General Assembly is expected to tackle transportation funding early next year. With the Target 12 investigators, Tim White, Eyewitness News.